Welcome back to another video. So in this video we are going to discuss about the layer 3 interface. So layer 3. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to configure the interface of Palo Alto 1/1, 1/2 and 1/3, and I will assign these interfaces as a layer 3, and I will assign the respective zones to them. And after assigning the respective zones, we will assign the IP address to the Palo Alto, and we will try to ping from neighboring routers to the Palo Alto. So first I will go ahead to the Palo Alto. So I will go to interface 1/1. I will click on that one, and I will say this one should be a layer 3 interface, and a virtual router, keep it default. We are going to discuss that one later on. And I want to assign a new zone that should be inside zone, and I am not selecting any other things. So go to IPv4. Yes, I want to create an IP address that should be 172.168.1.1. So I will say 172.168.1.1/24. Make sure you include /24. Alright, so config is done. So I've selected the interface type layer 3, virtual router default, security zone inside, and IPv4 address. Click on OK. Next, I will go to interface 1/2 that should be connected to the BGP router, and that is 192.168.100.1. So we'll do the same thing. That should be layer 3, default virtual routers. Security zone, I will create a new one that should be outside. OK. And IPv4, I will select 192.168.100.1/24 and click on OK. Coming to the R Ethernet 1/3, that is a DMZ, and connected to the RIP router, that is 10.1.1. So what I will do, I will make this one as a 100 network. So 100.1.1.1. So here I will select layer 3, default routers, and new zone that should be DMZ. Click on OK. IPv4, select 100.1.1/24 and click on OK. So my interfaces are configured. That's all good. Let's go ahead to commit and commit. The interfaces will be committed. So until then, what I will do, I will go ahead and configure the OSPF. So I'm on the OSPF now. Interface config T interface E0/0. IP address will be 172.168.1.2 and no shared exit. Similarly, I will go to BGP interface E0/0. IP address will be 192.168.100.2, and I will go to the RIP. That should be config T interface E0/0. IP address will be 100.1.1.2. Okay, that's all done. So since all of the devices are directly connected to Palo Alto, once the commit has been successful, we should be able to ping Palo Alto. All right, let the commit finish. Now the commit is successful. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to ping from OSPF router to Palo Alto, BGP to Palo Alto, and RIP to Palo Alto. So from the OSPF, so I will say do ping 172.168.1.1, and from here I will say do ping 192.168.100.1, and from the RIP I will say do ping 100.1.1.1. So you see that I'm not able to ping. I will try one more time. So I'll go back to OSPF. Still OSPF is not able to ping. BGP is not able to ping, and RIP is also not able to. So we assigned the IP address, but we are not able to ping from any of the neighbors. Now, the reason for that one is that by default, Palo Alto will not allow any communication until and unless you defined any management profile. So this management profile will give you some options that what type of traffic should be allowed for testing, like for example, ping, HTTP, HTTPS. So these are the different types of traffic which you can create a profile and say that this type of traffic should be allowed. So if I go back to my Palo Alto now, so if I click on Ethernet 1/1, if I go to advanced, and you see that management profile. Currently there is none, so I will click on management profile and I will say ping because I want to allow only ping. So I don't want to allow HTTP, HTTPS, Telnet, SSH. I want to allow only ping, so I have given the ping, click on OK and make sure that you select that ping. So in the advanced. So basically you're giving permission to that interface to reply to that ping. So again, I will do the same thing, advanced ping. I will go to 1/3, go to advanced and ping. All right, it's all good. So let's go ahead and commit that one. So what should happen now is that since we are allowing the pin, now the neighboring router should be able to communicate with the interfaces of the Palo Alto. The ping should be successful. All right, so let the commit finish now. Okay, it's almost there. Okay, commit successful. And if I go back to the OSPF this time now, you see that I'm able to ping now. So assigning only layer 3 and IP address doesn't mean that you are able to do the testing. So in order to do the testing, you have to allow the ping also. So if I go to the BGP now, BGP also done. Now RIP, RIP is also working. So my neighboring routers are now able to ping to the Palo Alto firewall. So this was the layer 3 interface. I hope this was informative for you and thank you.